all the narrative art from Native America, First Nations. Most of that is for a non-Native audience. They don't want to come and be part of your community. They're afraid of you or they're worried. They want to see a picture of it somewhere that's sort of safe, and then they can make money, and you can make money selling it to them. So often, in actuality, all of those paintings are not Native thinking. The narrative is a white man's way. You know, the Indian way is abstract and conceptual. My work is actually very Native because it's all conceptual. Much of it's very conceptual, symbolic, and what people think about art. There's been so much sort of pandering toward the white audience and the white market. They've built a whole backlog of art history that's all kind of make-believe. It's not really from Native world at all. We censor ourselves, Native artists do. We stop before we start, you know. And my work has never been stopped anywhere. We divert it to somewhere else if it gets resistance. And so I've done many projects that are very provocative and inflammatory, I suppose, but they've never been stopped. And I don't stop them. I don't back away. I keep charging ahead, and we make progress on certain issues. But there are many artists that are First Nations, Indigenous, don't even take that charge. We're not all whaling or whatever. We're not hunting buffalo. You know, that's a maybe there's a little fragment of society that's involved with that, but that's not it anymore. And if you keep painting portraits of happy buffalo hunts, you know, then the public is going to believe we're actually happy buffalo hunting.
My name is Julie Pearson Little Thunder. Today is Wednesday, January 12th, and I'm interviewing Edgar Heap of Birds as part of the Oklahoma Native Artist Project, sponsored by Oklahoma Oral Histories Research Program at Oklahoma State University.
That's what I think we need more of is not an artist coming forward from a Native community to talk about themselves or their community, which is always a desire of the white man to hear about our communities. But I think we should come out and talk about them. You know, given the opportunity to talk, don't talk about yourself. Talk about them. Talk about, you know, the plight or the circumstance you find yourself in. And Native artists very rarely do that at all. The authoritative nature of signage and panels that we, like books, we tend to believe what they say. And it's a big mistake, but people believe, you know, their authoritative voice. You know, Obama comes on TV tonight and says something. We went, hey, wow, we better think about that. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe he's just full of it. You know, he's just another guy. He comes on and talks about the West. He does some weird stuff, Obama says, about the history in the West and the settlers. And he has no affinity with any kind of, you know, non-American political strife of indigenous people. I never heard anything. He talks like a regular President Bush to me. I don't hear it from him. So anyway, when he says things, people hear that voice and they believe it. So I want to be that in the most subversive way. I want to be the authoritative voice that they think they're hearing, but I'm somebody else. You know, I'm the puppeteer
Right.
behind the curtain. You know.